Hello and welcome to some Crusader Kings 3. Today we'll be starting a campaign as William the Conqueror and establishing a new English kingdom under the Normans. This series has been sponsored by Pax Britannica, a narrative history podcast of the British Empire. Season 1 covered the start of the English colonization in North America and the Caribbean, the founding of the East India Trading Company, and the ruthless politics of Britain and Ireland. Season 2 has just begun as civil war erupts in England, Ireland and Scotland, pitting the forces of Charles I against his own subjects. By the end, Lord Protector Oliver Cromwell will be at the head of a militarised and expansionist Commonwealth. If any of that sounds interesting to you, you can find Pax Britannica on your favourite podcasting app or through the links in the description and comment section. But here we are, a bit further behind those events. We are playing as Duke William of Normandy, and we have our forces here. Not all of our forces, of course, because we do need to rally a few more together. Over here is our military tab. We do have knights. Hopefully we'll get a few more than that. We currently have 6 out of 10 allowed. Now there's nobody else I can allow or hire, so we'll have to leave those guys there. We can invite knights to our court. I'm not exactly sure how that will cost. It'll cost us prestige. Prestige is over here. We can progress towards being distinguished, or we can go ahead and do this. It'll be unavailable for 10 more years, but what we'll do is we will... We'll not do it for now. We'll wait and see if somebody else does become available that we can allow to take the job here. There's a few other gentlemen, but they cannot currently be nice. I'm not entirely sure why. But 6 out of 10 is still relatively okay. We would like men-at-arms regiments. Now what I'm going to go with is Mangonels here. They are great towards siege progress. We'll go ahead and create some of them. I will also go for some other forces, a bit of a mix here, so I have different stats. I'm going to go for pikemen, I'm going to go for bowmen, and I'm going to go for light footmen. I want to have a good bit of a mix there. And what we're going to do is we're going to set a rally point. The rally point is going to be over here because we want our army to all be there soon. This here shows how long it is until I run out of money. We don't want to run out of money. Running out of money will be bad, but we have plenty for now. We want to raise all forces on the green rally point here. Everyone will slowly but surely rally their way over, and we'll have our forces strong soon enough. Both armies are here. We'll be merging together, and I will be in charge. 5,225 is the current number. As you can see here, our special troops are slowly building up. Our levy is already at the most it can be. 5,029. I believe that is it. Yeah, 5,029. That's all the levies. So we got all that there. There are mercenaries and holy orders. We will not be hiring any of them as we're currently strong enough, I believe. Well, not entirely. I do believe we can do with some friends. And there are some forces over here that I'll be trying to ally. But first, let's introduce you to the scenario. England has been usurped by King Harold II Godwinson, the previous King of England. He died without an heir, and, well, without a straightforward heir. He had promised his realm to numerous different people, and that's what we're trying to dispute here. But the Lord Godwinson, he usurped it, and now we have the two other claimants, which is me, myself, William the Conqueror of Normandy, and Harald Hardrada of Norway invading to take it. Now, we all have armies around the same sort of size. England here apparently has the strongest by quite some margin, so hopefully what we're going to do is see him fight Haraldson first, and then us come in at the end and sort of destroy what's left of his forces. But we can gain some extra friends. Gwynedd over here, I would like to try and ally the Welsh. We're going to try with Gwynedd first. We're going to go to arrange a marriage. We're going to choose one of our family members. We'll start with... We'll start with our son here, Count Robert Cartrose. Now, he does have a daughter, 17-year-old, who we can go ahead with there. And he will accept. Also try and ally Glamorgan here. Arrange a marriage between Glamorgan and we'll go for our daughter here. And he does have relatives. He has a 13-year-old boy who will give us light. We'll go ahead and press that. Also, there's another individual over here. We'll try and again arrange a marriage. We'll go with... I have a son, William the Red. There is a potential alliance. She's 41. Ha. 41 isn't so great. Let's see if we can change this around. See if I have another daughter, perhaps. Constantine. Good. He does have some younger boys. Potential alliance. We'll go ahead with that instead. He will accept. We have some other boys who we could try and ally to Scotland over here. Do you have any daughters, perhaps? One of my sons, there is William the Red here. He does not. Okay. Issues here, we can declare wars. We'll not be doing that at any time. We can also change Count Robert's contract. We might have wanted to do that beforehand. It won't actually affect his levy at the moment. It will be able to change his tax amount. Currently, his opinion of us is plus 94, so we can afford to have him minus 15 to gain a little bit there. Could use a hook, in which case he won't. I'm not sure what our hook is. Oh, simply because I'm the head of the house. Okay, well, we'll do that then. We'll gain a little bit more tax out of my son here. It did actually lower his opinion, despite it no longer saying it would. Children who lack guardians. Now, we do have sons we can give guardians to. I want to select my two boys, my two older boys here, to be educated by myself. As for Cecilia, I'm not too worried. Let's toggle fear, what's it called, filters, and see if we can see a woman, perhaps. Well, there's one there. My courtier, not sure who you are. Is there anybody who's good at it? Yeah, Alice, the Tosney. She's a courtier here. We'll simply just have her to do it. Excellent. We'll see if she wants to educate my daughter. I'm not too learned with the situation at the moment. What we're going to be doing is waiting here. Now, we are paying our troops, and we are losing supplies. So we might not want to wait too long. We have an alliance accepted there. We can call him into war if this will get out of the way. We'll go ahead and fast forward there to see if it passes by. Of course it does. What else can we do? We can call our ally Lord Cadwin over to war. We will do that. Thank you very much. He has joined. Excellent. Of course I shall join you, he says. Oh, very good. He will now rise up his army. 1,000 men. A fair amount. They could still be destroyed. Now, what happened to our arrangements here? Was not oh, one of his daughters appears to no longer be an option? Is that what's going on here? What about you over here? Can we arrange a marriage still with you? I'm sure this here was through a female line of mine. I have a 2-year-old daughter. He has a 1-year-old boy. Can we go ahead and do this? I would like to have an alliance with you. Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and call him into the war as well as soon as we can. As soon as we get that out of the way. This is hanging around an awful long time. Is there somewhere else I can do it? No, as you see here, the original army is getting a bit destroyed. You can't see entirely because this here is in the way, but sure. We'll call in an ally here. What we are mainly concerned with their armies is having extra knights on the battlefield. Court of War, what is this? Greetings, Duke William of Normandy. I call you on your alliance with me in our war. You've already been imprisoned, sir. This isn't a great start. But still, we will accept that we're now at war with him in a minus 100%. Maybe I should not have rushed there. So be it. Lost that there. Not a great start. We didn't actually do anything to it, so I doubt we'll actually lose anything there at all. Well, we do still have the other... They're both still in the war, and what we're going for here is having them being able to offer me extra knights in a battle if they were to join. But let's sail off on our way into the English Channel. It costs us money to join boats now. And of course, this does not happen until you actually join a boat. Thankfully, you can't just suddenly lose all of your money. I am personally not a fan of this new mechanic in the game. I much preferred when you actually had to manage your ships. Personally, it's far too easy for anybody to just have a grand navy now. The logistics are all gone. Now what we want to do is we want to take the baronies of these areas here to try and gain the war score. So we're going to send our army straight into the barony of Wareham. Should not take us too long to win a siege here. We do have our... Well, we have the... what are they called again? Onagers? We hired... mangonels, of course. Well, hopefully they will do us a great job. These can be increased to level 2. They will increase their size. At the moment, we can afford it a little bit, so I will go ahead and get some of these chaps. The cheaper ones. We'll start with the bowmen there. We'll increase their size a little bit. And a light footman, they're also relatively cheap, but no. Yeah, 50 gold, we'll spend an extra 50 gold. 9 months apparently will be out of money, but we can go into debt. We are besieging here, it shouldn't take terribly long. No, in a short while here we will have it secured. Very good, we've secured Dorset, which is actually where I was born. I was born down here in the borough of Poole, which, to my knowledge, does not look like this. There should be a bit of a cove in here that we can go around with. But anyway, not to matter. Our supplies are very low. Very low, very undersupplied. Hopefully we can deal with that by taking the barony of Bath here. Our supply limit is going to be very over the top. We are going to be suffering for it. Maximum 4 months to secure the area. Hopefully we will do okay and not see ourselves out of supplies. I'd think now we'd be able to get our supplies over, but I wasn't entirely sure. The supplies are now at 3 out of there. Supply is very, very low. Effects of starving is a lot of attrition and a lot lower advantage. So I'm going to have to try and get some of these here. We have a lot more bowmen and skirmish. Well, not a lot more. We have 102 and 103. I think what we might have to do is simply leave because we're not gaining the supplies here that we want to. Let's go ahead. We're going to spend another load of money. We are going to sail back to gain some supplies. Lord Canwag took King Harold's son prisoner. Excellent. Who is Cadwag, the Earldom of Wiltshire? Oh, this man. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. Who occupies this? Occupied by you. Oh, me, yes, because my allies took it. Oh, isn't that all well and good? Blessed are the meek. I was shocked when I caught Richard trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting Mayor Berold. He gave me an impressive speech on how he now understood why what he had done was wrong. Now, of course, stress is a mechanic here, and I do want to avoid it, so we are going to simply go with having our son keep the humble trait. What we need to do, though, is get home. We need to stack up on supplies again, which ran out very fast. When you consider how long these sort of battles happened in the past, to have lost that much so soon is, it seems, incredibly overpowered. We will, however, gain supplies while we are here, and we'll simply be able to go over and destroy their army. The fast army of London, enemy army, of course. Commander King Harold II. Is that the English? Yeah, that's the Kingdom of England. They have the dragon as their sigil here at the moment. 60 supplies, 80 supplies. We'll get up to 100 and we'll simply go over and destroy this man. My last chance. Robert has decided that his time in Alencon has come to an end. The servants have packed his chest and he has said his farewells. With Robert goes his claim on the county of Gwynedd. If I want to press it and make him my vassal, this is my last chance. No, may your journey be swift and safe. What we do want to do, though, is go over our knights here. We do have 10 now. You have some relatively good people, but some relatively not so good. That doesn't terribly matter. What we're going to be doing is getting the rest of our supplies and going back to sea, which will not... Oh, it would again cost us this money. You see what I mean by not liking the idea of the mechanics on ships being changed. I should have had a navy that I used to sail over, sail back around again, but now I'm paying for a navy a third time. It's really not a mechanic I'm a fan of. I'm not sure why Paradox decided this would be some sort of grand idea. But oh well, we're going to land over in the Borough of Poole and we're going to go and engage the English army here. We have a lot more men than they do, a lot of knights, and hopefully we'll gain some more later on. Excellent, we have engaged his army. We have over 1,000 more men than he does. We have 6 knights to his 4. And we do have reinforcements potentially from these forces over here. I see 2 knights and I see 4 knights. These armies are entirely nice, so hopefully they'll come over and sway these battles a lot further. King Harold II here does have a retinue, a bowman, as you will. Let's call it man-at-arms, that is what it is. He has a man-at-arms regiment. And we have many here that you would know of. Size 1s apparently. Where's my size 2 bowman? Size 25, yes, or maybe it's not entirely up there yet. We're both at high quality, and we have the advantage, so I can't see this going bad at all. We are really, really ploughing into his force here at the Battle of Salisbury. Not quite the Battle of Hastings, but it will do the trick. Excellent, now we will pursue him in the pursuit phase and take out a load more of his men. Let's see what we have achieved here. We have achieved victory, of course, but let's look at the details. My levies, I lost 407, killing 634 with my own. I lost 0 of my knights, but we killed 190 of his units. He lost 3 knights, killing only 70, not so great. My armoured footmen did very well, my light footmen just as well. My bowmen a little bit worse. The pikemen, over 10 to 1 on the kill to death ratio, but this is the same for the armoured footmen here. Mangonels did not do anything. I'm not sure if we can fire these into the grouped up enemy units. It would be good if we could. You have all the different phases, of course. We killed a fair few of their units on the retreat. The knights here, he has lost a few knights. My guys, whoa, 36 kills by 1 man. Now, you are a legend indeed, Mayor Barold of Argentan. We'll be keeping you in mind. If we have a look at him here, he is a Catholic Norman from the city of Argentan. He's a lowborn who does not have any titles. We could perhaps give him something. He has 0 family. He cannot marry. Oh, so I don't think we'll be able to arrange him any marriage anyway. Could perhaps grant him titles, however. We'll see. We'll keep my knights and lords in mind when we do come to creating new lords of England. Anyway, we'll be dismissing this, and we will want to go ahead and occupy some more land. The Barony of Bath will be going straight back over to there and trying to get 100% war score. Hopefully it will not take terribly long here, as we do have to worry about the supplies of the realm. A call to war. Who's this? Glamorgan here is being attacked by the Principality of Derlbath. We will, of course, accept. On decline, we'll lose opinion with this man for a while, but let's accept. Hopefully we will not go to loss straight away, like the previous battle. Excellent, we have now achieved 90%, and we're also at war of the Liberty War. My liege is defending. Well, that will be the King of France. No, that's the King of Sweden. Wait, what? Oh, we have joined a Swedish war. My King, Felipe, has joined a war to support his ally in Sweden. That is what happened, but we're not going to be getting involved with that at all. What on earth? Scotland has Northampton. Well, we're not going to allow that to happen, are we? Now let's continue to get some baronies here. The Barony of Gloucester, we should be able to take that with relative ease, and then from there, perhaps have 100% more score. We are defeating a Earldom of Hertfordshire here. He himself had 5 knights. Knights stack very fast when you have lots of small allies on your force, which is why I did ally a few Welsh miners here. I thought all of their knights would pile up together and join me, but unfortunately that has not happened exactly. However, not to matter, we will have victory here, and that will give us 100% war score against the Godwinson. Now it looks like Sweden is actually involved in the war here. Let's have a look at his wars. He is at war with Norway. And Norway has brought in Sweden and the Isles there. Well, that's a shame for him. Norway does have quite the army. Me, myself, I will hopefully have enough by the time we get all the units together. That's not what I'm looking for exactly. I'm looking for this. Okay, so I have 4,290. Norway has 5,400 odd. So Norway is very strong. So hopefully we'll be able to get rid of them. Here I'll be enforcing my demands and gaining a lot of land here, personally, which is going to do very good for us. We'll be gaining fame. My allies will share another 300 based on their contribution, which wasn't terribly much at all. Enforce demands. To the loathsome King William, may wisdom ever elude you. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. I seize the Kingdom of England and personally take all titles in southern England, also making me become independent from France. So be it. Now we do have quite an army. We are at war with Glamorgan and the Norwegians. The Norwegians are going to be outnumbered when we get all of our forces rallied together. So what we'll do is we'll create a rallying point down here in, well, let's call it London, yeah, Londres. And we'll be calling up all additional forces there. Not sure how long they'll take to arrive. Not terribly long. So now we have two armies. Two armies which are both going to be equally supplied because they are both on home territory. One other thing I would like to do is move my capital, but I'm not sure how I can do that. I am very far over my domain level as well, which will hurt us quite a bit. Hopefully soon we'll be able to share out some of these here titles. But for now I would like to concentrate on my enemies. We're going to march this army here under the command of Count William of Eu. He appears to be the best man available. But there's also Count Robert of Bayeux. We'll put the Count of Bayeux in charge. We're going to send him through to destroy this army here and hopefully put an end to that war. This other force here will start to march a little bit north. They are purely levy though. 5 knights, which will do a good job. Over here, 5 knights, a few levians, all the other professional soldiers. We're going to march him up towards Lincolnshire, if we can at all. Yes, Lincolnshire, very good. And hopefully we'll be able to watch for any Norwegians in the area. Victory, yes, the Battle of Gloucester was won. We'll dismiss that now. Above domain limits, I am quite aware of that. This will reduce a lot of things, but hopefully we'll be able to deal with it another time. Also, no lifestyle has been chosen. We're going for martial, because we are quite a martial man. And don't we already have... Oh yes, in gallant here we have some. I thought we would have had it in overseer. Oh well, we'll leave that exactly where it is. No lifestyle chosen. Are you sure? I'm sure I just chose it. Ah, here we go. Or we'll go for a strategy focus. We'll select that straight away and that will deal with the issue there. Well, this will do for the first episode. We will be winning the Battle of Cardiff. Of course, we did very well there, losing very minimal men and killing quite a fair few. This will do for the first episode. I hope you are enjoying the Crusader Kings free content so far. We have secured England, and from here we'll go on to win against the Norwegians and secure a British Empire under the English. Well, currently we are Norman, but we will try to form English culture instead of the Anglo-Saxon one, which currently is over here. In fact, he's actually Welsh, I mean. You there, you are Catholic Norman. Really? No, that's me. I'm trying to select this man here. Yes, he is Welsh. Well, we'll deal with the man. It's Anglo-Saxon, yes. You understand. The Anglo-Saxons and the Welsh currently rule the areas here, and we'll be trying to deal with them and make them all English. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the first episode of this series so far. More videos will be out relatively soon, and if you want to keep up to date with all Crusader Kings free content, remember to subscribe. And again, thank you to our sponsor, Pax Britannica. They have helped very much in the acquirements of this game, and I'm sure you will enjoy their podcast. Thank you again for watching. Goodbye.